Comrades. Colleagues, can I start by acknowledging from the outset that this is really a motive issue for many of us in this room, and thank colleagues on the General Council for their support and cooperation in drafting this statement. And in particular, can I thank the GMB and USDOR for withdrawing standalone motions and allowing for a single debate to take place this afternoon. Because I think we all recognise that it isn't a straightforward left-right ideological discussion on the European Union. It reflects really deeply held positions on the historical development of the Union, the necessity to establish peace and stability in Europe following the defeat of fascism, its positive role in advancing labour protections, Britain's wider role in an interconnected world, and of course our own individual class politics. But for all of our different views on these points, what unites us in this period is Cameron's attempt to undermine social protections, employment and trade union rights. And in this respect, we have a duty, a responsibility to inject collective experiences from over 6 million working people into the debate, to ensure that their voices, concerns, fears and aspirations are heard. And Congress, the TUC, has a proud record of doing this, arguing for our vision of a social Europe, a peaceful Europe, a greener Europe, a Europe that shares our values of solidarity and collectivism, of human and civil rights, of equality and freedoms, puts the interests of its workers at the heart of its economic and political development, and places the needs and aspirations of its people above the narrow self-interest of global corporations. And the General Council has sought to find a position we can unite around as a movement, a position that recognises the challenges we face in reaching a new European settlement, and equally the vital role of inward investment in creating and maintaining jobs, wage security, benefits and opportunities for future generations. Because, comrades, we have a lot to do. For far too long, EU institutions have advanced a nakedly neoliberal agenda at the behest of member states. The Troika intensified the economic crisis in Greece and continually acts to undermine democratically elected governments. The negotiating of undemocratic trade deals in secret, CETA and TTIP in particular representing the largest single global power grab by corporations ever witnessed. And most shamefully of all, it took the dead body of a 3-year-old child to move leaders into even limited action to offer refuge to thousands fleeing wars on our southern borders. A picture that exposed the inhumanity of our own government's inaction while using language that fuels a toxic and poisonous debate. Congress, the statement reflects the realities we face at home. A vicious, ideological, anti-worker government. But the Tories are doing this irrespective of the EU. They're doing it because they want to. And as the debate this morning demonstrated, they won't stop until we stop them here at home. Because we all hope that Cameron's efforts to weaken workers' rights will fail. But if they don't, we issue a clear warning to the Prime Minister. You will lose our members' votes to stay in by worsening workers' rights. And the referendum campaign will provide a platform for narrow, isolationist, racist views of the far right, Farage and the Daily Mail that we need to expose and defeat. Congress, we proudly stand united against the scapegoating of immigrants and refugees. And we will not allow any referendum to be used to attack the most marginalised within our society. Congress, for all our deeply felt concerns with the EU, it remains the case that right now, the biggest threat to working people, our unions, our public services, our welfare state and our NHS is the neoliberal politics of Cameron and the Tories, not EU institutions. We live in interesting political times, and the political landscape in Britain is changing. Colleagues, our challenge now is to unite and fight. So Congress, support the General Council statement. I move.
Thank you, Steve. I'm going to call unions in this order. Firstly, USDOR, then the GMB, afterwards Unison.